everybody, so today we're in a 1990 Chevrolet ZR1 Callaway Supernatural. About this car. It's a really rare car and a really cool car. I've always liked these, and this is my first Callaway that I've actually seen in person. So tell me about this car, man. This is cool. Yeah, well, it's a little unusual as far as Callaways go, being that it's not a twin turbo regular bodied Corvette. It's a ZR1 with double overhead cams and no turbos. Most Callaways turbo cars. There's a handful of these. I prefer it because you have a 3.5 inch wider body on it. I think it looks a little bit better, but I built this one over 2 years. It's been a labor of love. It's enjoyable. It's packing a little more punch than the average Callaway would be because I have the displacement 52 cubic inches and ported heads, ported plenum, ported injector housings, intake cams, exhaust cams. So it does good, you know. If you compare it to anything of that time, you know, it's no. Oh yeah, sure. You know, it's no Calvo Viper or anything. But oh yeah, this is I guess the motor that a lot of Chevy guys didn't like because it was different. Yeah, it was different, and Lotus designed it, not Chevy guys. So they didn't like the fact that you had a British company developing a V8 for an American car, you know. Right, and it wasn't push rod, you know, cam in block. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that's what kind of cams are these? I don't even know who makes cams for this motor. A lot of people just, they take the cams, those factory cams, and regrind them. Oh, okay, so they're regrind. Yeah. Oh, cool. Nice. Damn. This thing's quick. Yeah, it's not bad.
so like, it's like some 90s, it's wild. Really good condition. a lot more lights.
Right.
So like, how much power does this one make roughly?
It should be around. I'm still in the break-in period.
Okay.
But it made 500 to the tires at 6,000 RPM. So I'm guessing at the 7,300 red line, it's going to be somewhere 550 plus at the tires.
Yeah. So, wow. That's not bad.
No.
And I'm sure. What does it weigh? Probably 3,200 pounds.
Yeah, without me, and it's about 3,200 pounds.
Yeah. Wow, that's cool. And I saw got some pretty fat tires back there. So what size tires are those?
335, 18, BF Goodrich, G-Force tire.
Right. So this car had a very interesting story with it, and how you put it together and everything. And so tell me about that. Like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I had another ZR1 Callaway, which is one of the original 12 or 14 or however many they build. You can't even get Reeves to really tell you exactly what the number is.
Yeah.
But I had that car, and had somebody notify me. It says like, hey, I really like your car. I think you might be interested in this other car. So I got in touch with the owner of that car, and ended up buying the car for a pretty sweet deal. And I got the car home, and it was much rougher than I expected it to be. So I basically pulled the Callaway bits off of it, got rid of that, got a chassis with no issues, and just started from there. And bit by bit, toothbrush and simple green, and clean it up, and
in your garage.
In my garage, did everything there except the paint. I wanted the paint to be better than what I'm capable of doing.
Right.
And, so that's what I ended up doing. I got the car basically running, got it painted, and then brought it home with me. Put the interior, the glass, the door panels, basically finished all the bits up.
Yeah.
Took it and got it tuned for the break-in period, and just trying to put some miles on it so I can go,
that's crazy.
Get it fixed up.
Yeah. So Reeves Callaway actually signed this car, and it is a true Callaway.
Yeah, I mean, I emailed him. I told him I would never want to misrepresent the car as something that they didn't build at, the Connecticut Callaway cars back in the 90s. And he said no, he would be happy to certify it. And so he certified it. I've got the little, booklet at home that they sent me and everything. And then I took it to the 35th anniversary Callaway. They had a big deal up in Pennsylvania this past August.
Right.
Went up there, and he signed the hood and checked the car out. Yeah, it was really cool. Really nice guy, really personable guy.
Right.
But I didn't want to go cutting on that car.
No,
so this was the perfect opportunity to kind of recreate aesthetic that I like that they've done on some of their cars.
And it sounds amazing.
Yeah, it
like
really does sound good.
It's got a really different, almost exotic sound.
Yeah, I agree. I've heard that before, and that is also kind of what I think of it.
Yeah, that's neat. Misinformation and just it's hard to find information on these cars. So like, how many Callaway like Supernaturals are around?
CR1s or
yeah, I guess CR1s.
CR1s, it's somewhere in the 12 to 15 range.
Okay.
I know most of the owners, but there's a couple of, you know, ghost cars out there that somebody says they know the guy, or
yeah,
you have some twin turbo variants. I think there's two regular Aero body twin turbo ZR1 Callaway cars, and then there's one what's called LM. They have a Le Mans body kit.
Yeah.
So there's a twin turbo Le Mans ZR1.
That's cool.
Yeah, and those cars are pretty rare. So yeah, I would say somewhere in the 12 to 14, 15 range.
Wow. That's pretty wild.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when I saw the opportunity to get the Aero body for a ZR1 off that car, I made an attempt.
Right.
Successful attempt. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I remember when I first saw this car at Catalina, and I had to come talk to you about it. You know, briefly. I know you were leaving, whatever, but I was just so like blown away by it. Like, I know the common misconception with this car is it's a sledgehammer, and they only made one sledgehammer.
Yep.
But so I know you say a lot of people think it's a sledgehammer.
Yep.
Like, I knew it wasn't that, but I was just blown away by like, what is it?
Right. Right. Well, I get a lot of that too. You know, people want to know what it is. You know? Yeah. One of the things I like about the Aero body is it's a beautiful design, and it seems to be pretty timeless.
Yeah.
And it's functional.
Right.
You have a lot of body kit stuff that's beautiful, but that doesn't do any purpose whatsoever. So to have a design element be so functional and beautiful is kind of the pinnacle of automotive design, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh yeah. Well, Scott, I appreciate you bringing this car out. This was really fun. I had a blast. Thank you so much for going over it with me and taking me for a ride.
Sure.
But it was a lot of fun, and like I told you before, when I saw this car at Catalina, I had to come talk to you about it.
Sure.
And I'm very glad that I did.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun today.
So thank you so much.
Yes,
man.
sir. Thank you.
So be on the lookout for the next videos, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.